Hey guys, welcome to the Tastemaker series, episode number 2, and I've got the gorgeous Lauren in the kitchen with me. So Lauren is a good friend. She's my yoga instructor, and I just recently went on an exciting yoga retreat.
It was amazing.
It was amazing. Yeah. This was your second one?
No, 6th, 7th maybe.
Oh yeah, you did with the one to Yemen was the first one.
Socotra, yeah. A tiny island off of Yemen.
Yeah.
So it's Yemeni.
Yeah.
And it has almost zero infrastructure. So the nature is just raw.
And I'm sure it contributed to that spiritual journey that you're part of.
100%. It was super powerful in a way that, you know, when you're just so connected to nature.
Yeah.
And there's no distractions really. I mean, you were really off the grid.
Okay, so I've got Lauren in the kitchen today, and we're going to prepare a delicious salmon taco recipe. Now, you said salmon tacos are your favorite.
Well, it's a mix of my two favorites.
Okay.
I love tacos and I love salmon. So I thought, why not take the opportunity with you know, the expert in the kitchen, to bring those two together.
So today we're making a Ina Garten recipe. She is like the godmother of modern day cookery, and I'm very excited to be making this recipe that you've decided we should make together.
Amazing. And me too.
So you've recently started becoming a yoga instructor.
I mean, yeah, in the last 2 years or so, I really got into it. I did my training in 2016.
Yeah.
But I was always really drawn back to the corporate world.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until the beginning of 2020 where the universe just kind of kicked my butt and pushed me into really what I see now as my true calling.
I've become, I think, a committed yoga student in the last year.
Absolutely.
It's been an exciting journey for me because, you know, we're all on our growth journey and we're all trying to fulfill our own destinies.
Yeah.
And I think, especially with your classes, I always walk in with like something on my mind, and I always walk out at the end of the session feeling like, I know what I'm gonna do. I know how I'm gonna solve it. And that's why I think I love your classes so much. So guys, if you haven't been to Lauren's classes, and if you live in Dubai, find her. You guys are going to see her handle. Go and follow her page and find out where she is. I'm going to grab a knife so we can start cutting the lime.
Just let me know when I'm done enough.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to just put the lime into this bowl. The smell of this lime is so
nice.
Beautiful. Yeah. Okay, and I'll just cut this.
Should I put this in the sink?
Yeah.
When I left the corporate world in 2020, it was almost like a push from, you know, whether you want to say it's from the universe or the biggest sign you can get. But yeah, it wasn't actually a choice. So I can't say that it was hard in the way of choosing, of deciding. But it was hard in the way of transitioning when the choice wasn't really mine back in the day. But I mean, you know, they always say blessing in disguise, and that for me was a massive blessing.
Because you were moving out of your comfort zone.
In the corporate world, it was, you know, having a big title, a big role. I had to really redefine what success was. It was actually quite hard for me, and my ego really took a hit.
Yeah.
When a client said something to me, she said after a class, you know, if this falls through, you could be a motivational speaker or like a therapist or, you know, and I said to her, you know, actually I studied psychology in school. It's funny that you say that, but it wasn't just that. Something clicked for me. It was like, I'm helping people.
Yeah.
I'm improving the quality of life for people. And this was always what my goal was. And it just, everything just kind of did that snap or that click, like into place.
Yeah.
And I went, oh my God, I'm a yoga teacher. Yeah. But it wasn't anymore. I used to say, I'm not just a yoga teacher. I do consulting, I do this, you know, I'm not just.
But now you are.
Now I am a yoga teacher.
The salmon is now ready. I've
amazing.
just coated it with the lime juice, and then the lemon zest that you grated, mixed it with some chipotle and some salt, and it was a nice rub. And this is just going to go into the oven. 8 to 10 minutes, 200 degrees Celsius. Okay, so while the oven preheats, we're going to start preparing this little cabbage slaw. And so what I'll do, I'm going to have you finally chop this dill.
Okay, I think I can manage that.
Yeah.
I am a yoga teacher, not a chef, so I feel like I should be able to get away with this poor chopping job.
No, I think it's fantastic. Are you
Really?
kidding me?
Okay.
So you don't do much of the cooking at home?
No,
do you?
God, no.
But you do like the eating part?
I love the eating part. Yeah. The eating part is my favorite part.
Yes. So tell me a bit about your childhood.
Oh gosh, I grew up in a tiny town. Actually, where I grew up originally was about 600 people. Very outdoorsy,
Yes.
you know, on the boat or chasing my sister with snakes. I was quite the tomboy, surprisingly. My stepdad used to laugh and say, you know, he would take me out to do like outdoor activities, you know, kind of like what would be at the time classified like as boyish activities. Yeah. And then we'd get home and I'd put on a little dress and make him paint my nails pink. So it was very balanced. So yeah.
I used to be a tomboy as well.
Yeah?
I thought it was cool to be one of the boys.
Super
I wanted
cool.
to be part of their gang. They just seem to have a lot more fun.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got our julienned or shredded cabbage, cucumbers, finely chopped dill, and I'm just gonna add some vinegar. Just add a bit of seasoning, some black pepper.
I love these little salt and pepper dishes. How sweet are they?
Now
It's
I'm
looking
gonna
so fresh.
add some olive oil. Although the salmon does have a lot of good healthy fats,
Yes, of course.
but I just find that, I don't know, this is nice and fresh. So this will just rest for about 10 minutes, and in the meantime I'm going to put the salmon in the oven and we'll finally prepare our guacamole. Oh, this is not bad.
That's beautiful, yeah.
So when we came back from our trip, I couldn't stop talking to everybody about how amazing the retreat was.
I'm so glad. It's a way to kind of like help people to immerse, you know, to come away from their daily life, to really immerse themselves more in their practice. So I had done a yoga retreat or two, maybe three, in the past, and I really enjoyed it. And it was something I could do on my own. It was something I could do with friends. So I think about a year into seriously teaching yoga, like as a committed yoga teacher, I got one of my friends who also teaches yoga. And I said, let's do this together.
Yep.
We did the retreat and I had the best time. I just loved it. It felt like a weekend away with friends. It was so nice. And I just thought, gosh, this is amazing. And it wasn't too big and it wasn't too scary. And the only thing I came away with was thinking, I wish I had done this sooner. It was end of season.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, I'll take the summer off and then I'll do something after summer. And I saw the post for Socotra, you know, just these tours to Socotra, and everything was already built. Yeah. And I thought, amazing. Yeah. All we need to do is pop a yoga session on the beginning and a sound healing session in at night, a few workshops in the mix, and everything's done.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know, naively, this will be the easiest thing, you know, this will be super easy. And so I went ahead and did it. And do you know what? It was a major success, but if I can do a yoga retreat in Socotra, I can do it anywhere. Yeah. What I find is that the more retreats I do, the people that come on them and love them, they say, oh my gosh, the next one we have to do is, and they like tell me about their favorite places.
Yeah, because you're doing Bali because
I'm doing Bali because one of my students wrote to me and said, I'm so excited for Thailand. She did Thailand. But Lauren, we must do Bali. We must. And sent me the information.
I remember Nepal was also the same situation. A student said, I'd like to do it in Nepal.
Yep.
You're doing one in September.
Yes, in Croatia. A lot of people on the Nepal trip said I really wanted to go to Nepal, but I didn't know how, you know, to do it.
I think that's what I really enjoyed about Thailand is because I was able to do the tourist things.
Yes.
But I also was able to feel very in tune with myself, with my mind, with my body. So it was a great way. We started off always with a yoga session, then we'd have breakfast, then we'd have an afternoon to ourselves, followed by lunch, and then you'd either host a workshop or sound healing
or an outing.
Yeah, or an outing.
And then the sound healing at night, which is amazing, right? Yeah.
Our salmon in the oven, got our guacamole all ready, we've got our cabbage slaw sorted. I've got these little tortillas, stick them in the oven and let it heat up. I'm just gonna add in a bit more lime. And we've got salt in it already. And for heat.
We love heat, yeah.
Do you use sriracha a lot?
James loves sriracha, but
Yeah.
I can give or take.
Yeah.
But I do like spicy. Here we go.
You know what I think I like about this recipe?
What?
Is I can totally see having friends over, preparing all the different components, and then just letting everyone do their thing.
Yeah,
Right?
love that. And then people can have it as they like it and so on and so forth. Yeah, I agree.
You know, as Arabs, we're very much, or Middle Easterners, I should say, when we have people over, everything has to be perfect. Everything has to be done, and you kind of have to be in full host mode. And if there's one thing I've learned over the years is I enjoy hosting dinner parties where my guests are comfortable, casual, and part of the whole assembly experience.
It's more fun for you as well, right? As a host, you kind of get that, you know, you're part of it. I find, you know, every year I do Canadian Thanksgiving. It's like our tradition in our friends group. But I find that I spend a lot of time in the kitchen, a lot of time preparing, and I find that I'm missing out on what's happening, you know, in the conversations. So when you know, hand that type of thing like this over to people, you know, you kind of take the pressure off yourself. And it's more fun, right? I think I told you about the reason why I love tacos is because when I was little, tacos was like the assembly at the table and you're passing dishes to each other, and it just creates a really cool experience rather than, you know, here's your served plate and you focus on the plate, whatever. This is really like kept creating connection with people. And
so if I was gonna end this with one question.
Oh goodness, here we go.
Food. What does food mean to you?
Oh, do you know what? Food to me is about moderation. You know, like I am not a yoga teacher that can come out and say, I, you know, don't eat this and I do eat that. You know, I'm very much, I listen to my body and to what I need. We're all different, and a certain diet doesn't work for everyone. I love my chocolate. I love chips as a Canadian. Well, actually I can say chips and it works in the either form. You know, whether it's from a bag or from a potato, you know, the French fries or whatever. I love these things. I love these snacks, but I make sure that I get all the nutrients that I need. And I feel like if you listen to your body really tells you. So to me, food is about enjoyment, you know, enjoying your life, enjoying the fuel that you give to your body, and eating what makes you feel really good. So it's like after yoga, right? You have this feeling, that's a good one. You walk out, you know that you've done something good for your body, you've honored your body. And when you eat something that's nutritious versus something that isn't, you get that same feeling, you know.
So would you say that you would apply that same philosophy to life?
Yes. Do what feels good for you.
And everything in moderation.
Don't do. Amazing.
Lauren, my love, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me. I've absolutely loved it.
Fun. You are joy. You are just one of the most beautiful souls I've ever met, and I'm very grateful to have you in my life. And guys, make this recipe because it's Lauren's favorite. Combination of 2 different types of food, and now it's going to be our family favorite. See you guys later.
Bye. It feels light but nourishing. It's amazing. Thank you so much. I've had such a good time.
All right, guys. See you later. Stay tuned. Lots of fun recipes coming your way.